Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to look on files and exemptions. First we're going to make a name of file and we're going to type in some random numbers to our file, and we're going to start by reading our file. Let's start by reading our file. We're going to start by using an open function where we shall insert the path to our file. We're going to insert a path to our file, and our file is called digits.txt, and import the information as an object, and we're going to make a string of contents that will read the information in our file. Let's run our program. First let's make some forward slash to be able to read to our file, and when you run our program you can see it has read our file. The next we're going to be reading from line to line. Going to be reading line by line from our file. We're going to use first a string and type in the path to our file. Type in, and it must have forward slash. Let's make some forward slash to be able to access to our file, the string. And then we're going to use our with and open function. We're going to import our file. Our file has the path. We're going to import it as an object. We're going to use a for loop. We're going to say for line in object to print the line. Let's print the line. You can see it has some spaces. Let's make a right stripping. You can see when we run, the spaces has been removed in front. The next we're going to be making a list. You're going to be writing a file. Let's first write to our file. Let's write to our file. You're going to use the same, and we have used the w argument. You're going to write. You're going to say object dot write. Let's say I like driving cars, and then let's run our program. Let's first erase everything in our digits, and when you run you can see it has entered the information. Let's add some information like object right, and saying I love programming. And when we run our program you can see, but it must have some spaces. Let's insert the next line /n, and you can see it has been neatly formatted. The next we're going to be, let's look on using try and exempt block. Let's use try and exempt block. We're going to start by handling the zero division error. Let's print some information. Give me a number and I will divide them. Let's print another information. Say enter quit to end the program. Quit to end the program. We're going to use our while loop. First we're going to say first number and use an input function and say the next line first number, and then use an if statement and say if first number is equal to quit to break or to end the program. And let's say the second number and use the input function, say second number, and use the try and exempt block and say answer, and use an int function and say first name divided by int second name. should exempt zero division error, and saying if an error occurs, it will just print you cannot divide by 0. Cannot divide by 0, else it will just print the answer. If there is no any zero division error, it will just print the answer. Let's first type 2 second 6, and you can see it has executed. And the next one, it just said you can't divide by 0. Next we are going to use try and exempt block, but here we shall be handling file not found error. Let's handle file not found error exemption. We're going to use a string first, say file. Let's make a file that does not exist, and use the try and exempt block. In our try, let's say like with open, use an open function, or you open the file object, and then let's say content, making a string object to read the file, and I'm going to use the file not found error. Because the file does not exist, it will just execute this information and say it will execute the message, say sorry, the file, and insert the file does not exist. The file does not exist, and print the message. Let's run our program. You can see there is a mistake. You can see there's not a mistake. You can see it has executed sorry, the file does not exist. The last thing I'm going to look on is storing data using JSON. And first we are going to import JSON. Let's import JSON, and we are going to start by using the JSON.dump. Let's write some random numbers. Let's make a list of numbers. We are going to use a file. Let's make our file. Let's make our file, and our file should read numbers.json, and use an open function. With open function, you open the file, and these you are going to write. When you open our file, you are going to write the numbers, and we use the json.dump the numbers in an object. Let's copy the path that we want our folder to appear. Let's copy the path and make some forward slash. Let us make some forward slash, and when you run your program, it will create the file and store the information, and you can see the file, it has been created, and it has stored the information. The next we are going to look on json.load function that read the list back into memory. It will just read the information in our file. We are going to use, let's make some string. Let's say num json.load the object, and then to print the num. So json.load will just read, execute